Hello, friends and students. In today's class or series, that is hands-on practical knowledge for the students who want to join this service industry as well as manufacturing industry, and also for the hobbyists who are interested to learn electronics. So, in this today's class, we'll discuss about a part, very important part, that is called as switch. Okay, switch. It is a device, or we could call it as a part also. So you can see in the slide, we have already learned that there are three basic elements of the circuit. Okay, one is load, complete path, power source. For this, you can refer my old videos. In that, I have shown you what is load, what is complete path, that is conducting material, wires and all. And there is a power source, that is battery, AC, whatever it is. So switches are the very basic element or rather essential element of circuit. That you have to remember. It is also called as control device or protective device, right? Controls. That means we can control the flow of electrons which are going or which are running the circuits. Then we will come to the next slide. Types of switches. In this types of switches, you will find there are mechanical switches, optical switches, sound operated switches, semiconductor switches, magnetic switches, electromagnetic switches, radio frequency, thermal switches, and ultrasonic switches. I'm just giving you a few of the names. After this, you have so many other switches, types of switches, but very common type of switch, right, is mechanical switch. Very common type. Okay. So what we use in daily this thing for switching off your lights and fan, those are all mechanical switches. Then comes the optical switches. On the right hand side, you can see I put some infrared transmitter, then you have a photo transistor, photodiode, and IR receivers. That means the simple example for IR switches is your remote controls. What you use to switch on your TVs and on, that is the remote control. Okay. So it works on IR frequency. What is IR? Infrareds, right? Infrared light. It is infrared light which we are using as a source for communication, transmission, and as well as for the receiving purpose, right? So we use photodiodes in that, or we call it as IR diodes, right? In the same case, nowadays you must have seen we are using BT remote also. BT is nothing but Bluetooth control remote. That means we are using Bluetooth frequency to control, that is to switch on or off or to control your TV, your audio system, or anything. Okay. It is usually you will find a B type of symbol given on the remote. That is Bluetooth remote. So Bluetooth frequency can also be used as a switch. Okay. Now we come to the semiconductor switch. What is semiconductor switch? Semiconductor, a part which is made up of semiconductor material like transistor, which drives the relay or motor, right? So diode transistor works like a switch, right? That is called as semiconductor switch. Magnetic means you must have seen a magnetic switch. Magnetic switch is nothing but we call it as a reed switch. In the reed switch, you have 2 points. It's a small tube. Inside, you have 2 points. When you take a magnet, a live magnet, right near to that switches, that conducting material, it will just have a magnetic field and that will contact or break the contact. This is magnetic switch. Okay. So electromagnetic. This is very important. Electromagnetic will study a little further. We'll do some practical based on this. Electromagnetic switch are nothing but relays and solenoids. Okay. So how this work, we'll discuss a little later. Radio frequency switches, you have different type of frequencies which is to be switched, like your mobile phone. It will have a different type of frequency switches inside, which will convert your 900 megahertz, or it will allow only particular frequency to come inside. That is done by the radio frequency switches. Okay, right. Next comes the thermal switches. Thermal switches are heat related. Then when you heat any element, it will make or break the contact. Now, please remember what is switches. Switches are how you define switches. Switches are defined which makes or breaks the contact, which makes and breaks the contact. That means on and off. In digital electronics, we call it as 0 and 1. So that is why switches are very, very important subject or part of the electronics as well as electrical. Okay. So you have to remember that. Then finally, we'll discuss about ultrasonic switch. Ultrasonic switch is a high frequency sound signal switch. Okay, you will. It's not a light. It doesn't give light, but sound signal. It's a basically it's a module. It's a sensor which we use to do some practical which are related to your switching principle. Okay, so these are the different type of switches what we are discussing about. Finally, I will just show you what are this mechanical switches. These are very common mechanical switches. We use maximum single pole, single throw. So there are two elements in the switches. One is pole and one is throw. Right? This is electromagnetic switch. You can see a part here that is called as a relay. You can see, right? What is the important part inside the relay? Inside the relay, there is a part that is, there is an inductor coil. Okay, this coil. When you pass a current through this coil, the magnetic field is generated and it will make this common point to switch to the NO or NC. That means if it is connected, C is connected to NC, then the magnetic field, what it will do, it will just turn it around and the C will connect it to NO. So you have how many points inside the switch? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So this is a very important part in electronics, electrical, as well as instrumentation. So electromagnetic switch, I have given you little idea about it. Okay, there is a part one with the same principle, which is also called a solenoid. Okay, so we will discuss more in the practicals. All right, friends, we'll do some practical related to switches. First of all, I will just tell you what are the mechanical switches here. So these are all mechanical switches. What I'm trying to show you, this is a switch. This is the switch. We call it as, you can see here, this is the switch. Okay, these 2 points are the switch with potentiometer. Okay, so the shaft, if you turn it left, it will get off, then it will get on. You can see the sound, right? So this is old type of switch with potentiometer. This is push type on-off switch, very common type of switches that we use for televisions and AC switches on and off, right? Single pole, single throw, single pole, single, only 2 connections. Okay, on, then off. Okay, this is slide switch. This has 3 positions, slide switch. This has 3 positions, that is center is off. That side, it will connect to the other side. That is the another pole. And this side, it will connect to another pole. Okay, so this is slide switch. These are the switches which regain its position. Like if you press it here, again it regain position that side. If it regain it, this is for video games. That means we call it as a joystick type switches. All right. So now what we will do is I will just show you some experiment. I have connected 2 switches here that we have already seen. This is slide switch and this is micro switch. So I've given connection. Now you can see when till I press it, the LED bulb comes. Now in this micro, this one, if I put it on this side, I remove my hand and it is permanent. That is, I can control the same LED by these 2 switches. Okay, these 2 switches. I'm switching it off. Now I will show you one more circuit. This I've made it. Okay, here I have used a small circuit and I have put a relay. Right, I will tell you about relay. This is the relay. I have kept it. I have shown you in the previous diagram. It has 5 points. How to check the relay? How to check the relay? So what you do is you just put your multimeter to buzzer mode and take the probes. Take the probes. So these 2 points, 1 and 2, these 2 points here are the coil points. That is internal coil. You can see here some value has come. That is inductance value. And these 1, 2, 3. These 3 points are your contact points. So this is common where I have kept this one. This is common. This is normally closed and this is normally open. When the current is passed through this, the trigger, then this will normally, this will go to this position. That means it will switch from this position to that position. So this is the switch. What is there inside? A inductance coil. Okay. How it works? What is the principle of working? Magnetic. Okay. Electromagnetic principle that works on that. Right. Okay. Now I've shown you this. And what I will do is I have made a small circuit. I will just give connection to those circuit and I will show it to you. I have given connection to this particular circuit and I will show you. Now you can see one LED has come out. Just imagine this LED is nothing but it's a street light. Okay. I have used LDR circuit, one transistor and a relay over here. Now what I will do is I will just try to connect these things and try to show you how the switch works. That is how to operate the switch. So I will just try to show it to you. Just give me time and just imagine that it's a night time now and I'm putting some light on the LDR. So you can see the switch light has switched off. Can you see? Off, that is dark. That street light is on. The street light is off. How? Due to this switch. Okay, please see again. It is off now. Yeah, I'm putting light on it and it has become off. Again, it has become on. The simple circuits we can just understand. So please remember, there we use this type of relay. I have connected LED on the other side, but we can connect AC voltage also. Okay, how to test the switch? It's a simple test. Simple test in a sense. Suppose just take these 2 points of the switch and just connect it to your multimeter. Where you have to keep the multimeter? You have to keep the multimeter to buzzer mode or resistance mode, and just press this switch. Press this switch and see whether the continuity is working or not. So I'm just connecting it. I've just connected it, and just you can see once again, please. So I've just connected it. Buzzer mode, right? Okay. So I've connected the buzzer mode. You can see these 2 wires. I've connected here 2 wires in my 2 hands, which are this thing, and you can see I've just pressed this. You can see some resistance has come. Okay, so this is continuity mode. I'm removing it. It becomes to the normal position. So if the switch is working, it will show you continuity. If the switch is not working, it will not show you the continuity. So this is the way you check the switches. There are so many other type of switches, but there is one more switch I've connected. That is a touch screen switch. I'm just putting my hand on this thing, and you can see that the LED has come. Right. This is a sensor, basically touch sensor we call it as. Right. So these are the touch sensors. Okay, it is a kind of a switch like your mobile phone. This also works the same way. Okay, right? I hope you understood.